Hi, Marlene. How are you? Glad you're feeling a bit better. The change in the weather is quite strange, isn't it? Hot, cold, hot, cold. Still cold here. And thank you for your comments about Prince Philip. Gosh, he was very old. And he hadn't really been in the public life for a while. He sort of retired. But everybody feels so sad for the Queen. She is amazing. Okay, some people believe that companies should manufacture products that last for a long time. Others feel the emphasis should be placed on producing goods that are cheap. Discuss both views, okay, and give your opinion. So marketing experts agree that many methods to successfully compete markets are indeed possible for firms when launching their products. Okay, hang on, we don't need the comma there. So, that many methods to successfully compete in markets, you don't need a comma here either. Many methods to successfully keep in markets are indeed possible for firms when launching their products. In fact, you don't even need a comma there. There we go. That works now. Marketing experts. Now we've got a bit of too much kind of marketing going on. So marketing experts agree that many methods to successfully compete in markets, you would have to have there, are indeed possible. So the methods are the manufacturing that is either for duration or for cheap. Okay, that many methods to successfully compete are indeed possible for firms and launching their products. I'm just trying to work this out because I know exactly what you mean, but I'm worried that it's not quite clear enough. So marketing experts, do you think marketing, or do you think we almost want to begin to manufacture? Oh no, okay, stick with marketing then. Many methods to successfully compete in markets. Oh, but maybe we don't need that. So why don't you have many varied methods and strategies to successfully compete in markets are possible for firms when launching their products. I think that works because the method refers back to this, but the strategy is, okay, do I go long term or do I go short term, sort of thing, to successfully compete. I think you need to expand that bit. So I think it was that bit that was a little bit difficult. Otherwise, fine. No commas. You only need the commas if you've got a relative clause, which you haven't there, but I'll show you when we get to one. Whether companies prefer to set on quality or specialise on inexpensiveness of their items could similarly influence their revenues. Right. So, others feel okay. Whether companies prefer to focus on quality or specialise. So this has to be an infinitive as well. So they prefer to focus or specialise. So this verb is still the main verb in the sentence, and the others are infinitives. To focus on quality or specialise on inexpensiveness, you don't need that because that's obvious from what you've already said, could similarly influence their revenues. Could determine their manufacturing process or their manufacturing slant or preferences. You've chosen a difficult essay, haven't you? I think you need that. So, whether companies prefer to focus on quality or specialise on inexpensiveness, or I would go value actually, maybe it might be easier to read, to value, could determine their manufacturing process or their preferences, manufacturing preferences, and influence revenue, but you don't necessarily need to talk about that. You're not really asked about that. I believe that products which have a long-term duration. Now, you don't need a comma there because this is a defining relative clause. I need this relative clause to make the sentence work. If I didn't need it, I could put it in commas. I believe that products which have a long-term duration are a better option because corporations might get a positive attitude. And I'll emphasize this. Okay, corporations might get a positive attitude. Positive attitude, who from? Do you mean positive feedback? What's happening is that you are making it too complicated. Yeah, this might be something that Ellen said as well. I can't remember. But I think you totally understand the question, but I think you are almost like stressing about it so much that it's becoming it's literally becoming too complex. So it's taking me a while just to understand what you're trying to say. You know what to say. This is the most important thing you're saying. Yeah, there's different strategies. You can do it one way, you can do it the other way. You don't need to talk about revenue because you're not asked to talk about revenue. You might bring that in later, but you don't need it here in the intro. Products that have a long-term duration are a better option. Good. Because corporations might get a positive attitude. Why would they get a positive attitude? Because products will be better, better regarded, maybe, or better appreciated. That might be better. Would be better appreciated. Yeah. So I think sometimes it's a word choice. So I think you mean appreciated rather than attitude. Emphasize this with a recent study. Okay, good. It is significantly beneficial. Now, significantly and beneficial don't go together. Watch out. Because I think you might have had that before. Watch out. Highly beneficial works. These collocations, these words which match up, just make a note of that somewhere. I know you've got huge files of English, but make a note of that one. Highly beneficial for businesses to design, manufacture, and offer products. Don't need that. Which last for a long time and convince customers by their quality. Good, lovely. This is because the handling and long usage might lead to a satisfying experience of customers and may influence their buying behavior in the future. Excellent. Additionally, the firm's name, of course, name or brand, let's say it, might be more positively assessed. You're comparing. And could become recommended to other possible buyers. Good. Recently published survey. 8 out of 10 customers, just a typo. Preferred. You can't highly prefer. Don't know why, but you just can't. It doesn't work like this. You can highly benefit, but you can't highly prefer. Customers. Preferred. I would preferred and valued. This idea of value is really important. Valued, duration and quality over a bargain. Excellent. Consequently, coming in Apple. Good. I'm glad you used an example. Rich, reliable, but costly products are still outstandingly successful. You don't need present continuous, just present tense. Successful in global markets. Good. Look at that. That is a fantastic paragraph. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. Now, could we add anything? I'm thinking, could we add a condition or could we add any grammar in here? Don't forget these conditionals. But that is a fantastic paragraph. Look at that. Really, really good. Could become recommended to other buyers, increasing sales for the future, or something like that. I'm just trying to add a little bit, and actually a little bit short on the words, but that's a great paragraph. However, show me you're changing direction. This is really important, the signposting. However, don't forget this. Good value offers. Good value offers can also have advantageous effects on the producing firm, producing firm and potential customers. Potential buying power, potential purchases. I think purchases rather than purchasing customers. The key argument lies, spelling, in the immense production rates by low manufacturing costs, which allow these companies to provide their goods for less money. Immensely reduced, I think you'd have to have immensely reduced production and cost base. Yes, production, get this together, and low manufacturing costs, which allow these customers, so you've got two things, so which allow these customers to provide their goods for less money. Good. Provide, yeah, just go sell. This way, many customers, consumers, sorry, can afford their choices. Resulting in. So rather than just and, so resulting in increased sales figures. Yeah? It's the volume. Yeah? Increased sales figures and significant volume. Okay? So yours is not wrong, but it's just a little different way of doing it. Furthermore, businesses here, don't forget, could expand their territories to other countries and compete in global markets. China often uses such marketing strategies and subsequently has become from significance. You'd have to go of significance. I would literally go, and subsequently has become one of the world's leading players you can have in the manufacture and production of multiple cheap. Disposable is a good word. Goods. Okay, so I'm just trying to add a bit more vocabulary in here and just expand that a little bit. Okay. This is a very difficult title. I can quite see it took you a long time to work this out. And I really love that you're really pushing on your arguments. You're pushing on the vocab. Really good. Here, I just think you could expand that a little bit. To conclude, I think that many methods, but personally prefer quality over cheapness, because this way brands might become popular and last longer. It's not really the brands and products might be, it's the fact that yes, you're buying an expensive computer and it's going to last you, might become popular and last longer. Good. So there's lots and lots of good stuff in there. Well done. Don't forget the danger, because you've written so many essays, the danger is that we sort of forget stuff along the way. So I'll just kind of remind you of a few things. Don't forget these really good, this is lovely, the might and could are better than can. We don't really like can. I'm not a favourite of can. So could, might, may. Try and add a conditional in somewhere. It will definitely help you on grammar. Because if the examiner's going through thinking, okay, I want to give you points for grammar, I'm looking for a variety of tenses. You've got the nice complex sentences in there. Watch out for commas. But I need to have the like a conditional, something like that, or passives to kind of give you the extra marks. But I think you've done well, because it's a very difficult essay, that one. And I'm glad you've got a comparative. Well done here. Show the results for survey of adult education. The first, reasons why adults decide to study, and the second one is the cost. Okay. Also, have a look at some of the ones in the book, because I've got the book. So if you want to choose some of the pictures from the book, you don't need to worry about photographs. Just tell me, Daphne, it's on page whatever, and we can look at some of those. Because I know it's boring having to find your own the whole time. Okay, describing the information shown below. Okay. Reasons. So to meet people, yeah. Okay. Yes, I hate these ones where there's so much kind of writing here. It makes it very hard, doesn't it? And how the cost of each course should be shared. Okay, individual, employer, taxpayer. Okay, you're good at these. The bar chart, 7 answers for survey about adult education, reasons for study. Purpose, the idea of sharing the cost for those. Purpose is the idea? Should be shared. Okay. Suggests then. Ideas of sharing the costs. Proposes. Sorry, I read that wrong. I read purposes. Sorry, proposes you're good. Overall, the main reason for further education was registered in the interest for a subject. Good, whereas the chance to meet other people was the least preferred category. Additionally, most people saw the individual responsibility. Okay. Saw, or maybe understood, or agreed with. Okay, but either of those is fine. I mean, this is looking nice. The majority of educational purposes was answered with the intent in the topic, with interest in the topic at 40%, followed by the second top cause. Cause, maybe reason, slightly different, of gaining qualification, with only 2% less. In contrast, to meet other people and gain knowledge for changing the current job were the least provided options at barely yes. Remaining answers are enjoying study, and the promotion opportunity for promotion were 20% each, slightly more than very, very good. Wow, so clear. That is really good. In the question bearing expense, the answers were threefold, while nearly 4/5, good, stated that in time, the individual employer, well done, you've grouped those together, a quarter saw the taxpayer as an option. Whoa! Seriously, that is really impressive. Look. Wow. Really, really good. I like that. That is a very, very concise answer. Fantastic. Okay. So go and have a rest. Watch The Crown. If you haven't watched The Crown, you will really, really enjoy it. It's a piece of history. And the English accents are just amazing. So well done. Good work, as always.